It was one of these talk-in shows, and a man phoned in and said, "Great to hear the story of Chris Brooks, and what he's doing is terrific, but it's a waste of time." And the interviewer said, "What do you mean a waste of time?" He said, "Well, these people don't matter. They don't count. Who's heard of Malawi? 12 million people. What do they matter in the world?" And he's right. They don't really matter as far as the world is concerned. But as far as God is concerned and as far as they are concerned, of course they matter. So I had a conviction that they matter. And that's what I was going to do.
And so he just went, since I don't know Malawi. And
yeah, who cares? I'm going to do something else.
Right.
Quite a lot of people say that, you know.
Well, isn't that the idea that, you know, I will look after people I see, or if it happens around me, then it's important. You know, that idea of, I guess it's, if my puppy is run over by a car, it's tragic. If 1,000 people die in an earthquake across the world, it doesn't really affect me. And is
well,
that
that's
kind
right.
of that
yeah, that's the sort of thing. So I found that I was spending quite a bit of time when I was coming back talking to people, you know, just like I'm talking to you, Neil. And I'll talk to anyone who's interested in what I'm doing. And even if they're not interested, I'll still talk to them. But one of the things that I would do to stimulate that is telling them the reality of what the life is like there. I mean, do you know, for instance, that when I was there, more than 30% of all the people that I saw were HIV positive? I mean,
30%?
This is immense. What a figure. Can you believe such a figure? Well, some people say, I don't believe it. So I'd say, well, you can believe what you like, but that's what it is. These were our figures that we did. We did our own monitoring and evaluation, and we got our own stats, our own statistics. And although they're not perfect, they're not too bad. The figures, incidentally, have come down quite a bit now. So
okay.
our figures where we are now is 23%. It's come down from about 33 to 23%. And if you ask me why, I will tell you.
And you know what? After the commercial, I'm going to ask you why.
Okay. So you can expect, if you're born today, a child born today can expect to live to the age of 35.
Hi, welcome back to Close Up. Our guest this week, the man behind Lifeline Malawi, Dr. Chris Brooks. So, Dr. Brooks, you said that the population that you saw in Malawi went from 33% HIV positive to 23% in the...
That's about it, yes.
The last 7 or 8 years?
Yes, yeah.
So how did that come about?
Since we've been capturing stats as best we can, good statistics, those are about the figures. We started off with about 33% of everyone that I tested between the ages of 15 and 49. Those are just the figures that you use, 15 to 49. About 33% were positive. Now that we have intervened in a number of ways, such as giving information and education, telling people you don't get it because of witchcraft or because a spell has been put on you, but because of intimate physical contact. And it's not an alternative lifestyle, let me tell you. In Africa, it is normal heterosexual intimacy, and that's how it is transmitted. That is the main way. Forget all the drug users. You don't have drugs, at least not that much. So it's just sex, just straightforward sex. And behavioral change intervention, that's another one. Changing the behavior, telling people, don't do this. You know, we use the ABC for short. Abstain. Abstain from sex before marriage. Try that one in Canada.
I think that one has a success rate fairly consistent around the world.
And how about B, for be faithful in marriage? Which is tough, you know. I've just got one wife myself, but many, and that's quite enough. We have many people out there where we are, where it is a lot of animist people who have 2 or 3 wives and wonder what the wife is doing when she's not intimate with you. Maybe she's intimate with someone. So these are some of the things that we try and discouraged. And the C, of course, is condoms. If you can't do either, use condoms.
Right.
And now condoms have been made available by the World Health Organization, so they are officially available for everyone. However, in practice, they're probably not available. But we have now...
So why is that? So they are supposed to be, but
well, they
they're
should
not?
be, yes.
Okay.
Well, like anything else in Africa, actually getting it to where they're needed out in the rural areas is a different matter from actually saying, yes, they are available.
What is the average life expectancy in Malawi?
In Canada, it's over 70, 72, 76, something like that. In
Yeah.
Malawi, it is 35. You can see different figures, and capturing statistics is sometimes a bit of an art and a bit difficult, but I have seen figures ranging from anywhere as high as 41% to as low as 29%. And I would say, so I take it in the middle, 35%. So you can expect, if you're born today, a child born today can expect to live to the age of 35. You do not see very many old people like me around.
I'm trying to get a sense of what you have built in Malawi, or being a part of the building, because you said you went to that area where there was really no medical facilities. What's there now?
What's there now is, by Canadian standards, it's a bit it's not terribly impressive, but by Malawian standards, it's wonderful. We built a clinic. We didn't build the whole thing just like that because I didn't have any money. But
you have quite a staff now, don't you?
Well, I do now, yes. Because the money has been coming in, not a lot, but just little bits.